Perfect. Thank
That's
you.
craziness. Okay. Sorry. So this means I probably don't even have your questions. So hopefully you guys have the questions in the chat because I don't. Yikes.
Yeah.
You guys see them?
I can see one. Nina asked me. Yeah, I got the one from Nina about babysitting my coaches, and then I kind of told her to stop carrying your cows. That's not a Missy saying. That's a Scotty Hobbs thing. That he did a training in one of Meg's push groups, and that's basically the message. If you ever see a cow picture on my Facebook that says #moo, that's what it means. Stop carrying your cows. Kind of what I talked about. Now, if you watched the video today about RSVP, I think that was today's RSVP, you're very new people, they need a little babysitting, right? Because they're still trying to figure out what in the world is going on. So it's okay. And your performers, they shouldn't need babysitting, but they do require your time. So if they have a question, they're top priority for me. The rest of them, I don't babysit. I never was a good babysitter, even when I was like a teenager. It's a miracle my kids, are alive, but they're old enough now to take care of themselves. Well, Danielle, I have a responsible 10-year-old. So Danielle does a great job at babysitting, but not me, and certainly not with your business. Because if you're babysitting everybody else, you're going to stay right in line with them. You got to keep going forward. Okay? I don't know if John and Lyndsi have. That's my advice is stop carrying your cows. Don't carry your cows.
The only thing I can add to that, am I on mute? The only thing I can add to that is that your team won't grow unless you do. If you're not, I had somebody the other day tell me, this makes me laugh. I had somebody the other day literally sit there and say, I was like, you should add more value, do more sharing of tips and add more value to people's lives. And this coach was like, I do all that. And I was like, I don't even think I do enough of that. Are you kidding me? Like, that kind of attitude can't fly. I was like mind blown that someone told me that. I'm like, I don't even think I've got this all figured out. I don't even feel I add the kind of value that I should be adding to really build trust with these people that are following me. Are you kidding me? And you think you've got this figured out? And so I just want to add to that, like it makes me laugh. I was like, oh no, like this is why you're stuck. And I said, if that's not it, then the comment was, I'm just not really good at the recruiting thing, or it just doesn't seem to work for me, or it's slow. And I was like, there's a missing link. It's not slow. There's a missing link, and it means you need to grow yourself and figure out, like, okay, what do I need to do differently? And that's where personal development comes in, right? So maybe you need to, like, read up or follow a little bit of Shalene's podcast for a while and figure out, like, how she adds so much value to people. Do you know why everybody loves her? Do you know how much free stuff she gives to us? Like, hello, the podcast, you just listen. You don't even need to buy Marketing Impact Academy. And she's giving you, like, tons of free info. Now, are you going to get more with Marketing Impact? Sure. Same thing with your challenge packs. Like, you're adding all this free value by posting and posting and posting and sharing and posting in your accountability group that's free. And people are just like, this girl's or this guy, or I love my coach. I just love my coach. Because you're constantly giving them all your 411, all your how to stay motivated during the holidays. What's your holiday survival guide? Like, how do you get through this without gaining weight? Or, like, you're not just saying, hey, there's a refresh. Hey, there's Turbo Fire. Hey, there's Shakeology. No, you're like Chrissy, I saw put out a post today and I stole it, which is kind of funny, but she put out a post sharing portions on Turkey Day. And I was like, oh, this is genius. So I grabbed it, because it was smart. And I was like, that's adding major value because people are getting prepared for this day and are like, am I going to treat myself? Am I going to do a sliver of pie? Am I going to miss the potatoes? What am I going to do? Like, they're trying to make it, a lot of people in their minds are like, what's my game plan for Thursday? It's one meal, but I still need to eat throughout the day. Should I work out? My family's going to be all around me. Like, what should I do? And here she posts this, like, eat this much of this and this much of this. And then I made a tip myself. Me personally, if I don't want dessert, I personally bring desserts that I don't like, and I won't eat them. That's how I get around stuff. Like, I hate fruit pies, hate them. Apple pie, all that stuff's not my thing. Like, I like cookies and stuff like that. Like, more the Christmas cookie type of thing. That's where I get in trouble. And pumpkin pie, I like that. But I was like, oh, I should share this tip. Maybe somebody else is struggling with, what do I bring for dessert? Like, do I bring a cheesecake that I love? Do I bring the pumpkin pie do I love? Or do I bring, like, a pecan pie and maybe I don't really love it and I'll just not end up eating it, you know? So anyways, it just blew my mind that I had someone tell me, and I am a 2-time elite 8-star diamond. I have tons of business centers, and I'm like, and I've grown, but I don't feel I've grown like as big as I should, and I don't feel like I've read enough, and I don't feel like I've learned enough, and I've got people telling me they're there, and I'm like, what? I'm so mind blown by that. So anyways, I was just like, are you kidding me? I've gone through seminars and I don't feel like I've learned enough. I've been to Summit. I've been to leadership. You haven't even been to leadership. So I don't mean to like go off on that, but I used to always be teachable. And even the 15 stars, like, I work with a 15-star here in Arizona, and she learns from us to this day, and we learn from her. Like, when we're together at our events, like, we're still learning from each other. She'll be like, oh, you know, like, she doesn't see herself as, she just sees herself as she's had way more failures than we have. That's how she sees it. I've had way more failures because of where I'm at. That's the only thing she sees, and like, she doesn't see it any other way. She doesn't feel like she's got it all figured out. She still feels like she's learning. Like, it's yeah. So don't think you've ever made it. And if you feel like you've made it and you're like, this, then that's a problem. That's a big problem, because you can't feel like that. Like, as much as you want to, I believe this business is a 4-year process, a 3 to 5 year process of very hard work, very smart hard work, and you have to just love helping people, and that's be your main focus, making sure they get results. First and foremost, that just has to be your focus. And of course, offering them the discount, you know, and then the business side of it comes as they, you know, you offer the idea of, would you be interested in the business side, or do you want to take it slow? Like, and you're going to get people that are going to come in and be like, I want to build this thing. You know, and you're going to get people that are going to come in and tell you they want to build this thing, and they don't do anything. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. But, like, your team will not grow if you don't grow. The reason a lot of these people go for Superstar Diamond isn't the bonus. It's because they want to prove to their coaches they can do it too. That's why Lyndsi Weise did it. That's the only reason she went for Superstar Diamond, is she just wanted to show the team they won't go for Superstar if she doesn't go for it, because she's their leader. They're following her steps, and that goes for, like, your team. They don't follow me. They don't follow Missy. They follow you. So if you're not willing to get Success Club every month, if you're not willing to recruit and sign a coach a week or every 2 weeks at the minimum, like, why ever do you think your coaches will do anything more unless you get some kind of special, super driven, motivated coach that comes in, which is not a guarantee. It's not a given. It's a bluebird thing that just could happen, that falls into you. It very, very rarely happens. You are the one blazing the path for your team, and you have to be willing to do that. And I, as a person who's never had help, I've blazed a path for the team that I'm still like, I'll be, oh, no. And I get back on track, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. Let me keep going. And that's how it works. So it's like, here I am. I have no guidance, but I follow a lot of Danny Johnson, so she was very much a guide for me. I follow a lot of Shalene. She was a guide for me. I follow those national wake-up calls. They're very much guides for me to kind of keep blazing this path for the team and make it as smooth as possible. Right? I'm only human. I can only do as much as I can. But sure, do I want to go for like 10-star, 15-star? Not for the bonus. Sure, the bonus is great, but guess what? Then we have to go through like who's going to be inactive, who's going to lose their rank, like, and that's a lot of stress that a lot of people don't want to go through for bonus. They'd rather just make a really significant income every week than be fighting for this bonus. Now, is it cool? Yeah. Is it great? Sure. But people go to Superstar because they want to show their coaches they can do it too. The only reason this is like, again, off subject, but I just hit 8-star diamond in August, and I was aiming for 11-star. I had 11-star lined up, right? And I missed it by 3 inactive coaches. I missed 11-star qualifying. And I tried to rally everybody and get them involved. And I honestly was shooting for that rank for the mere fact to show, like, I saw it. I started to see it unfold just a little tiny bit. I'm like, ooh. And I started to see it, and I was like, let's go for this and let's see what happens. And did I miss it? Yeah. But that doesn't mean that a year from now I may not hit it, right? Missy was kind of involved. I'm like, what do I do? She was kind of like giving me tips as we were going along. But I landed on 8-star, and that took me up a couple ranks, which again is nothing for a bonus, but it shows the team, my team who's kind of here listening, like, okay, we could do more. Like, the more I grow, the more they're going to grow. But if I don't grow, they're not going to grow. So, anyways, I could go on and on about that. But don't ever, like Shalene says it all the time, you never hit somewhere. Like, you need to enjoy your journey. You're right where you're at. You're right where you're meant to be right now. For whatever reason, you're meant to be where you're at. And, like, just think a year from now, if I just do this every day, as if I'm not at my goal, but if I do this every day, where am I going to be a year from now? Maybe I have a friend here in Arizona. Her name's Andrea Crowder. You may or may not know her. She's on under Mindy Wonder, like somewhere in the mix. She just moved to Arizona, and she was an 8-star diamond. She's not even an elite coach, but she's like number 20 in the company right now. And I got to know her because we do Super Saturday together, and she shot for a goal, and she is 14-star qualifying right now. Like, okay, so, and mind you, for 18 months, she sat at diamond really frustrated, and she, I think she just hit 2-star in January. So a lot can happen in a year if you just put your mind to it and you're open to the training. Through reading and just really sharpening your skill, growing yourself. And yes, it's going to be lonely. Oh my God, there's so many lonely days. There's days where people are going to feel like you're not doing enough for them. And there's days where people are going to be like, just throwing negative at you. This is why you need personal development. Because I'll wake up to emails, like, not all the time, but sometimes I get them and I'm like, oh, I need to read. I need to listen to some stuff before I go there. Because it you know, I feel like we are personal development to our team as well. The more we grow, the more, you know, they grow. Like, I like to tell some of the coaches, like, we are a personal development to them because you have to be like Lyndsi Weise. You saw, if you're watching, she's in the middle of trying to, you know, get in the best shape of her life for her 30th birthday. She's in the middle of, she's reading a bunch of new books because she's trying to grow stronger. Right? You would think she'd be coasting and having fun, right? Because she's doing so well. No, she's still trying to grow stronger to prove to her team more and or not to prove to them, but to blaze a path for them. So anyways, and I'm long-winded, but you've got to grow and you've got to be the one like up on Saturday night watching the hour documentary to kind of, you know, be like, so it's my Saturday night and it's midnight and I could be asleep, but I'm over here watching this movie because I know it's free and I want to learn, you know, a little bit more what this Eric Worre guy is talking about. And, you know, like, you go the extra mile. you stretch a little bit farther. You do that one extra push-up. Like, that's what we do. So, okay, question. Sorry. I know there was more. I don't know if I can even see him. Missy, I think you can only see him because of the
Okay, hold on, guys. Let me see. Did we lose John? Oh, there he is. He's back on his iPhone. Okay. But sorry. Nina asked, so how direct are you with your coaches if they don't perform? And you know what the problem is. Do you sugarcoat it to them, or do you tell them clearly, this is the reason why you don't succeed?
I want to hear what Missy says.
Well, so I like to be nice to people. Like I'm a people pleaser. I want people to like me. That's how I am by nature. Okay? You're going to make me mad and I don't like you, then I won't like you for a while. I'm totally kidding, you guys. I'm totally kidding. For me, this is how
Buy her Justin tickets.
some of you, I know, right? Some of you are just looking at me like, oh my goodness, who is this girl, right?
This is hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the beauty about this. There is the business side to this, and there is also what happens when you're working with people, right? You develop friendships, right? You care about these people. This is normal. Okay. So I care about every single one of my coaches. But if they come to me and tell me that they have business goals that they want to make, if they want to hit diamond, if they want to make so much money per week, then we break it down and say, this is what you need to do. And we have a very business level discussion. So yes, I am very frank with them. I am very open and honest with them. Do they listen to me? No, usually they don't. They usually don't. I'm just being honest. They usually don't. It usually would take, like, if I said, Lyndsi, I want you to talk to Kara and tell her that she needs to recruit more, that she needs to make it a goal to sign 3 coaches a month. And I could sit there and have that conversation with Kara. Well, Kara listens to me, so she's maybe not a good example. But there's other coaches besides her that I could say the same thing. You need to do this and you'll hit this, and they wouldn't listen to me. But if I had Lyndsi tell them, then they would listen to me. But yes, I'm very open and honest with them, because you aren't doing them any favors and you aren't doing yourself any favors. And that's completely aside from any sort of friendship or personal relationship, other than you're saying, Kara, you said to me that you want to hit this diamond level, or you said to me you want to make X amount of dollars a week. I've been there. I've done this. I know what it takes. So this is what you need to do. And that's how I lay it out with them. I'm very open when it comes to the business side of things. Don't ask me though to tell them, like, if you say, Missy, I don't like that sweater that she has on, tell her it's ugly. No, I won't do that. I can't do that. That would hurt their feelings. But if they tell me they want to make money and they're not hitting Success Club, then yes, I would say you need to hit Success Club. That's me.
Yeah. We're in the uplifting, motivating, positive energy. Hello. We have top coaches telling us exactly what they do. They're not hiding from us because they know that we can only reach a certain circle of influence. And like, certain people don't want to sign up with me. They want to go sign up with someone they feel comfortable with, which is why we have to be relatable and we have to talk about our journey and we have to talk about stuff, because then people actually relate to us. Like, John connects to me because his wife related to me through the same disease we have. That's how that connection took place. She saw I had the same disease and it just kind of came together. So you don't have to, like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically what I'm saying is you don't have to worry if someone signs with someone else or whatever. Like, in this company in Beachbody, I don't know about those other MLMs out there, but in this specific one, we they aren't, these top coaches aren't hiding secrets from you. Believe me, Missy and I are on the wall with them. They share openly. They share videos. They share, and that's why in my team you get pounded with so much because they keep throwing stuff at me, and I'm like, whoa, 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 look at this, look at this, look at this, and the lights start going, and the squirrel, and I'm like, ooh, squirrel, and look at this video, like they just shared about the successful men and how they do it, and Barbie Decker shared it, and I was like, I haven't shared that yet, but she got a whole document together of all these successful men sharing what it takes for them to build, and like, they share everything because they know that it's not a competition between coaches. They know it blows my mind when people try to like steal a coach or something, which is crazy. I don't even know how you can do it, but like, why? Well, how is that person going to relate to you? They have to connect and relate to you, So when it comes to like that, yes, when it's the business, yes, very direct with them, but everything else, like, no, very much inspired by people. I learn from people all the time. I've got a handful of coaches on this call that know that I go to them right now and I'll be like, so can you teach me how? And I'll actually go to them and learn from them, and they'll bounce back at me with stuff I know, which makes it really awesome because just because I'm an elite 8-star or whatever, that doesn't make me any better or any higher. Sure, I've gone through some elite stuff, and is it stressful right now? Oh yeah, it's that time of year. So when you go for elite, the two of us are able to be like, been there, done that. Like, we know what you're going through, and you're gonna we know exactly what you need to do. We know how to lay this out. Like. That's the request I got for my Arizona Super Saturday in January is to teach them how to go elite. That's the request that was put in, and I was like, okay. And it's because we've been there and done that. That's it. That doesn't make us better than you. That doesn't, So yeah, and it's funny because for me, I'm very much of a tough love coach. I have a great heart, but I come across tough love, no excuses. A lot of people, that's just the impression I give on people, but I just don't, feel like if I enable you or others, then you're going to feel like, oh, okay, well, she kind of let me off the hook on this one. So I could stretch and get a little bit more comfy. And then what does that do? You don't succeed, right? So I probably am more tough love than Missy is. I've learned how to handle it better, how to talk to people better. I'm lucky. Some of these people have stuck with me as long as they have, because in the beginning, I didn't know how to talk to people. And I'd be like, hello, why aren't you active? Hello, you can't quit. Why would you quit? You're going to lose out on making all this money. What's wrong with you? I was straightforward. And I still am very much, because it actually benefits you. I watch a coach go inactive and they're an emerald rank, and I'm like, hello, you're losing all the money sitting in the savings you've been banking up. Or I watch an emerald coach cancel out their spouse, and I'm like, what are you doing? And yeah, I'm very direct about it, because I'm like, you can make a double income with that. What's wrong with you? So, yes, I'm very direct. I don't know what John Walls does over there. I don't know if he wants to answer if we have more questions.
Yes, I would definitely say that was one of the things when I first started, I was kind of a little timid at people, because I didn't want them to quit, because I had this diamond, so I needed everybody to stay. And that is definitely not a way to build your diamond, as far as on that part. But then after that, it's just like Lyndsi and Missy said, you have to really go to them and ask what their goal is, why they want to do this. And if they're going to show you that they're going to do it, then awesome, let's run. If not, then I'm moving on and I'm finding new people. Simple as that. But yeah, it's kind of goes back to the same thing. You can't carry too many cows on your back.
You can't carry a cow.
I don't know. I've been doing beast a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much plain and simple. Hey, you want to be friendly, but you don't want to be a pushover.
Are there any more questions? I know I lost all the questions in the chat when my computer froze. So are we missing anybody? Is there any more? I thought I had seen a question in the beginning about what exactly do you need to do? And then it was tell your story. Go out and invite. I don't know. Do you guys have any more questions? Oh, what is the main thing you should be focusing on? So I'll answer it and then I'll let the other two. When I get up in the morning, when I start a new month, when I start a new day, first thing that comes to my head is Success Club. Is it done? Like, first thing is, did I hit my goal? And my goal is always plus 10. And just because I feel like when I shot for that 11 star, I landed on 8, but I still shot kind of high, but I still ended up landing somewhere. So I feel like if I shoot for over 10, you know, and if I land on 7 or if I land on 8 or if I get 20 or if I get 30, like, cool, right? So I shoot for over 10 every month. I shoot for 4 to 8 coaches. I guess Missy shoots for 10 coaches a month, which is something I could do too. I just usually am in the 4 to 8 range. And, you know, it's the first thing in my head. Like, I wake up like I'm a brand new coach. I don't wake up thinking I'm an elite coach. I wake up and I'm like, okay, I need to bring some new blood to my team. And who in my challenge groups right now is getting the great results, and it's time for that invite, right? And then I think, okay, I need to bring some new blood to my Facebook page. So who can I go make friends with? Where should I go today to make some new friends? And then that's just kind of how my morning or my start to business hours operates. It's not, how can I help the coaches? No, that's not first. First and foremost is me figuring my stuff out. Like, did I get my points? Who of my challengers are on that brink of it's time to talk to about coaching? And that's usually at week 3, 2 or 3, right before their next shipment. My assistant has a system set up to where she can pull who's all on, just in case I forget. But usually I'm pretty good because I work pretty closely with my challengers of, you know, like, are you going to want, you know, we give them the discount option. And now maybe I should be doing it up front after listening to today's call and listening to Missy. Maybe I should be like, yo, you could save 25% right off the bat. So what, in my opinion, you should be focusing on is you growing yourself, working really hard on yourself. So that's working on your skills, reading different books on leadership, reading books. You know, you got to read the right personal development. There's so much of it, right? Like Brian Tracy's No Excuses, or if you read Entre Leadership, which you're all going to get when you get his Success Club this month, that's going to teach you how to be a leader. And I've read the book, the majority of it, and he talks a lot about, he's right. He literally, Dave Ramsey will be right in the office, like doing with those guys. Like, his middle level employees, I guess you could call them, feel like this with him. Like, they feel like they're partnered with him. He's right in there working with them. But he talks about stuff like that. And that's kind of what leadership is us. We're running right next to you. We've been there before. We've blazed a little bit of a path for you, and we're trying to help you get through that path so you can get to that goal with us. It's way more fun to have you with us than it is for us to be over there by ourselves. It's not fun to be back there by yourself, to be backstage for Elite, to be at the Star Diamond party alone. It's not fun. It's fun to bring your team, and you should want your team to come, you know, or you create a retreat or whatever you're doing. So your main focus has to be creating new people, to create new, I can tell you off my first diamond, I've lost probably 50% of it quit, of my first initially built diamond, like 50% of that quit, right? So I don't know what Missy thinks the main thing you should be focusing on is.
Sorry, I mute myself because I have my dog over here chewing on this big pig ear, and it's really loud, and he'll growl at me if I try and take it away. My dog is like this tiny, seriously, and my husband got him this ear that's like this big. But anyway, that has nothing to do with what you should be focusing on, right? I'm right. Okay, so I wake up every single day and feel like I'm a complete mess. For real. This is me, you guys. This is me. I'm a complete mess, and I'm like, what in the world am I doing today? And I never get out of I am a brand new coach mode. That's how I feel. If you, like, people ask me, what rank are you? I'm like, well, my lifetime is 10-star. I'm 7 currently. It doesn't matter. I'm a brand new coach because I'm still building my business, because there's lots of growth that can happen, not only for me and my team. So I focus on 80% my business, 20% on my coaches. 80% of that time that I spend is on Success Club. I work towards Success Club. Once I hit Success Club, all of my time and attention goes to talking to people about the opportunity and reaching out and meeting new people. And I'm also doing some of that while I'm working on Success Club. It's not like I just work on Success Club, but that's truly how my month is set up. It's Success Club, and then once that Success Club is hit, I go into recruit mode. That's what I call it, recruit mode. I think one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of my coaches make is that once they hit diamond, they think that they know it all, or they think that they don't have to work as hard as they did to get to diamond. And that's absolutely incorrect. I think the more that you want for your business, the more that you want for your team, the more you work for it. Like Lyndsi said, we work harder. We might work smarter now. We've learned to do things smarter, but I can guarantee you that I always laugh because, for you guys that don't know this, in June is when I came home from my full-time job. And I thought, I'm going to have all this extra time to work on my business. And I laugh to myself every single day. I'm like, I'm a nut. Like, why did I even think that? I don't know why I thought that. It's not the case. Danielle asked me this afternoon. She's like, do you ever get bored, Mom, at home all by yourself? I was like, no, honey. I said, I'm busy working. That's the whole thing. I'm busy working. And we don't just sit around all day and watch The Young and the Restless. I do that at like 11 o'clock at night because I DVR it. I don't do it during the day. I work. And I'm always in new coach mindset. I guess if that's what you want to call it, right? That new coach mindset. It's always, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? I need to hit Success Club. I need to introduce the opportunity to people, and I need to learn and grow myself. And that's what I do every single day. And yes, even on the weekends. It's a sickness. It's a good one to have, though. If you want to get addicted to something, get addicted to this, because it will help you financially, it will help your family, and you will change many, many, many people's lives. So if you're one of those people that gets addicted easily to things, this is a good thing to get addicted to. Maybe that's a good marketing strategy, right? Should we market to those people that because I only say that because Raymond's like, you have a very addictive personality, which I do. Like, once I get like on something, like I'm on it. So that's what happened with Beachbody. Like, I have this addiction. But anyway.
That's so funny.
You guys are all looking at me like nuts. I am nuts. I really am. Yeah, but it's okay. The beauty of this business You know, people are like, she's nuts. I'm like, yeah, I am nuts. I mean, really, this is how I am, you guys. You don't have to. That's one thing. Can I tell you something? Just my last piece of advice, and then I'm done. But, you know, there are so many people, and I was guilty of this too. You know, you start as a coach and like you have this idea in your mind of, you know, how people are supposed to be. And trust me, I do it all the time. I'm always looking at these other coaches and I'm like, oh, maybe I should try this. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do this. I'm not doing this. And you get so caught up trying to be exactly like somebody else that you just have to sit back and say, forget it. That's not who I am. This is who I am, right? This is who I am. I'm not a fitness expert. I'm not somebody that has six-pack abs after 2 kids. It's not me. It's not me. I'm the person that will eat cheesecake at Thanksgiving dinner, and it's okay, and I won't feel guilty about it because I have worked out, and it's okay for me to eat that. I'm perfectly fine with it, and that's my voice. And so once you stop trying to be like everybody else and like embrace that you're weird and different, because we all are in our own way, it's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing. That's what you have the opportunity to be here, you guys. You have the opportunity to be yourself and help other people that think they don't belong or think that they have to be like everybody else. You help them see that they really don't, that it's okay to just be who you are, and you can be very successful being the person that you are. That's it. Weird and crazy me. That's it.
Anything to add to that, John?
I think that's awesome. She was speaking to the choir here. I've been told many a times that I am addicted to Beachbody, and I agree right with them. But yeah, that was spot on. I can't even add anything to it.
I always think like, and I guess this is I'm like a very Ruby person, but I always think like, if I do a little bit more, if I just do a little bit more, if I keep doing a little bit more, if I just show up, like, what am I going to be in a year from now financially, right? You look at some of the coaches who share their income, right? And you're like, right? But it's because, like, they show up every day. They're addicted, I guess you could say. They're addicted to the freedom. They're addicted to the Shakeology that makes them feel great. They're addicted to sweating. They're addicted to looking good in clothes. They're addicted to helping others do the same. And they're addicted to all the benefits that come with it, right? Like free vacations. I got to hang out with Missy over in Scottsdale a couple months ago, right? What else did we do? We went on a cruise. We were all in the Grand Cayman and Cozumel and sitting on a cruise ship that Beachbody, all of us were sitting on ourselves. The whole entire Beachbody community was sitting on a cruise ship together and making a paycheck while we were out to sea, and we had no service whatsoever to even check our back office, right? And it drove a lot of coaches crazy because we were like, I need to get on. And we'd be like so excited we'd get Wi-Fi at Cozumel and all that. I didn't get any Wi-Fi in Grand Cayman until I got to the middle of the ocean. What is that about? But anyways, it was like all these addictive, I guess, like, yeah, you need to take that time for your family for sure. And you need to take that time to, like, if you're getting close to a burnout, you need to just take a night and just chill out and then get back up the next morning and start fresh again. But, like, don't let your momentum stop, because if your momentum stops, your team's momentum stops, which means getting the diamond and starting back fresh is that much harder. And it's not cool. I don't know what that's like. I've never let momentum stop. All through all the challenges I've been through this business, through all the stuff, through having my kids, I just never stopped. Did I slow down? Yes, but I still got like my points, and I still was making sure there were new people joining the team. But I never, like, I always, usually by Thursday, Friday, I'm like, okay, Friday night, shut it off, Saturday, I check in a little bit. I'll do some work on Saturday, maybe for like an hour or so, and then through Sunday, I'm pretty chill about it. And I know some of you work a full-time job, and you need those weekends to put in that time. But by Saturday night, I would assume you can shut it down. Friday night, you can, if that's your time to work. But like, pick your time to shut it down and just breathe, so then tomorrow morning you can get back up and be like, all right, fresh new day, let's go. Don't burn out so bad that you fall off the planet for so many months and then your momentum is out. Because a year from now, you're going to be kicking yourself and be like, ugh, I could be a diamond, I could be a star diamond, I could be home with my kids right now, or whatever it is your goal is. So we kind of ran a little bit late. That's probably because of starting late and I had disconnection problems. But if there's no other questions, we will let you guys get back to your lives and your families and your bed and all that stuff. And if you have any more questions, you know where to find us. We're almost done with this series. And yeah, enjoy your Black Friday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to add. You'll see more videos throughout the week, but otherwise, thanks for meeting up with us.
Remember, my last piece of advice, remember, when you're talking to all those people about Black Friday, when you're talking to all those people about that incredible man, Shaun T, I love him, you say to them, I would be doing you a disservice if I did not tell you. Remember those? Did you write that down? I would be doing you a disservice if I did not tell you that you can save 25% today
I feel like
on this purchase or whatever.
I feel like I need to make a video about this.
I feel like I would be doing you a disservice. You guys are like, every time now that you hear that in your head, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Missy, stop. I would be doing you a disservice. Just keep saying it over and over. It becomes automatic. Like you're like, oh yeah. I'd be doing you a disservice. Just, seriously, I think about where I would be in my life if Meg never would have brought up coaching to me, and I would have been working behind a desk at a credit union, probably getting ready to take over as CEO, which meant a whole lot of stress, a whole lot of responsibility for not a lot of pay. And that's the honest truth. We would have been perhaps not living paycheck to paycheck, but we wouldn't be ready to build a house in the spring. And I certainly wouldn't be ready to build this house with this roof that isn't like a standard roof, and it costs like 3 times more than a normal roof. And this is my conversation at home these days. But this is what Beachbody and this is what my team has done for me. And it's given us options, and it's given us freedom, and it's given us time to be with our family, and that time is something that you can't ever get back. So there's tons of people out there that want time. They want those memories. They want that time. Okay, it's your responsibility to ask them the question. Then I'm done. No more. I've spoken enough.
See, and she's still having fun. I think this is a great way to end it. I don't think there's anything more we can say. I got it all recorded. We can put it up. Yeah, time for sure. It really blows my mind to be making like 6 figures and like chilling at home in PJs all day with my kiddos. Like, seriously. I'm like, I just talked to people and made friends and invited them and got them in a sneak peek group or put a webinar in front of them, and right? I mean, it's so simple. Like, yeah, you have to talk to a lot of people, but it's so simple, So, all right, I'm gonna not do anyone a disservice. I'm gonna go get more people with discount because we don't want to do them a disservice. I feel like I need to go make a video about this right now for my team, You don't want to do anyone a disservice. It's so true, though. Anyways, okay, all right, go have it. Did the tequila already get to you? Jeez, I just found it. You're going to have to order some of that tequila. Justin Timberlake has a tequila for you, Justin Lake team, Justin Incredible team. We found it tonight. Figures, right? All right, seriously, we could go on forever. Okay, we'll let you go. We have it recorded. We'll put it up if you need to refer back to our craziness. And know that we're like no different than you. We're just crazy, addicted, beach body people. And you should be one too. And so should your friends. Okay. Oh my God. No. I'm going. We're going. Okay. Have a good night. Bye.